Hi, hello everybody. I'm very happy to propose to you today a brand new presentation, a free training. So let's put I created a little presentation for you. So today I will be showing you a training about how I made $125,000 with only one webinar. So I hope you're ready because it will be a very interesting presentation because I can assure you that you can have too that kind of result. So you're ready? Let's do this. So let's switch the here. So my name is Dominique. So if you don't know me, as you can hear, I'm a French Canadian and I have been teaching online since 2010. So I have been training, coaching, selling online courses. And right now I help mostly expert, consultant, course creator, thought leader to expand their business, maximize their productivity, accomplish their goals, and also make a big impact in the world. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. And oh, by the way, by the end of this training, I will, because if you want to create a seven, even more figures business, you really need to have the structure, the organization structure behind, your personal brand. So at the end of this presentation, if you're still there, you will be able to put your hand on my organizational chart that I will give you the link. So I will give you all the information by the end of my presentation. So why I'm talking to you about webinars? Because actually it's one of my favorite marketing tool to sell. I tried a lot of things, I tried to do like video series. I tried to also do conferences, live conferences. I tried like evergreen funnels. I tried a lot of stuff, but I'm always coming back to my love, the webinar. As you can see, a lot of experts are using webinar to grow their business. I'm sure you are used to see like all those ads about free trainings, and then you cannot advance the video and you have to follow a webinar through during maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour, and sometimes it's even 2 hours. But you know what? Creating those kind of videos worth it, because what happened is that sometimes people who never heard about you before will just see your ad and click on it, register to your next session, your next live webinar or pre-recorded webinar. And during those 45 minutes to 2 hours that you will talk to them, they will start to know you, okay? And by the end of this presentation, what is just amazing, pure stranger can become clients and high-end clients. So this is what we'll talk about today, okay? So during this presentation, I will show you my very simple three-step to freedom formula. Okay, so you will see you don't need a website, you don't need a funnel, you don't need a huge team, you don't need either like hundreds or thousands of followers to do money online. What you need is three things. You need first to invite people to a presentation, okay? You need a presentation, so a really good webinar, and you need an incredible offer. You just need those three things. So you can be alone in your business, or maybe you have already a team, or maybe you have already also followers. But I can assure you, you don't need more than those three steps. And what is great is that the case study that I will show you today, I created this kind of revenue in 5 days. Okay. So actually I just had 3 days where I was promoting my webinar. I did the webinar on the 4th day. And at the 5th day, I was on a call. I was taking calls from people who booked call with me at the end of the webinar. And then I sold to them. Okay. So only in 5 days, actually it was just a last minute thing that I thought, oh, maybe I could Like, I don't know, try to sell my new offer and see if it would work, presenting a webinar first. And then that's it. I did that kind of revenue with one presentation. So let's go deeper in exactly what I did. And and by the way, what is interesting with this 3-step, very simple method is that if you are repeating just imagine that you can do a presentation every month, or maybe every 2 weeks, or even every week of the year. You can just scale and scale and scale your business. You just need new people to invite to your presentation. Okay? So the first step is inviting people to your webinar. How do you do that? The first thing that you need to do is to use a program specialized for webinar. That's very important. Don't use just the Zoom part where it's free or it costs you like $5. No, you have to invest. That's the little investment that you will need to do. Okay? You need to invest in a real tool that will give you the opportunity to create a webinar. So you can use GoToWebinar, Webinar Jam, Zoom for webinars, or maybe there's a lot of other applications out there that you can use too. Okay, why use those specific tools? First, when you will record, you will get a good quality video at the end, okay, because those tools are recording by themselves. Okay, so that's great, because at the end of the webinar also they can just send the replay link to your attendees. Okay, so that's the first reasons. But also those tools have their own landing page, so you don't need a funnel. You don't need like ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or any other or a WordPress website, whatever, to create a landing page. You can just use the default landing page of GoToWebinar. And this is what I did 4 weeks ago. Actually, I didn't even put my logo there. I just used I just put the title, the description of my webinar, and that's it. I didn't even put a logo, okay? I used the default presentation, very boring, but you know what? It worked, okay? So that's the first step. And don't forget, when you're doing a webinar, you're inviting a lot of people. You can use ads. You can maybe use some groups. Like for an example, the groups we're in right now, it's the Woman Help Woman group. You can use that kind of place where people will know that you are giving like this free gift, this free webinar, this free training, and they will register themselves to the training. So, and don't forget that if you get, for an example, 300 people that will registered, okay, only possibly 30%, 33% will show up. Usually it's 1% out of 3 that will really show up to the presentation. Okay, so it's normal. It's just normal. We're always losing some people on the way. So if you want to give a presentation to, like for an example, 100, you need to get at least 300 registration. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's very important. The second part of the little, it's kind of a funnel right now that I'm explaining to you, but it's like the easiest funnel that you can get, right? So the second part is to do the webinar. So you can just be in front of the camera and just talk, no presentation, nothing. Or you can have a great PowerPoint, what I'm doing right now. Okay, what is the most important during your webinar is that you have to give it. Give everything that you've got, okay? You have to give and give and give. People need to learn something. Every time somebody is getting a breakthrough with something that you just showed them, they like you. They want more breakthroughs people have, and more they will want to work with you by the end of the presentation. So by giving your best stuff, okay? Like that little trick that I will give you, just try to think, what are the knowledge that you're giving away? And every time you're giving those pieces of knowledge, people are like, oh yeah, oh wow, I never thought of that. Okay? So think about the knowledge that you have. who gets you the most result. Every time you're talking about those subjects, like people are in awe, okay? So, and put this in your webinar. So what will happen is people will learn from you, will have some breakthroughs, and by the end of 45 minutes, 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, if you like to talk a lot, they will just want more, more of you, more breakthroughs, more information. And this is where the magic happened. Okay. And also don't forget that your webinar has to be built to trigger the desire of people, because people don't buy because they need something. They do need a lot of stuff. And often that's something that's an error, actually. A lot of marketers, a lot of people like who are trying to sell with webinars are doing. They are trying to sell what people need. But look at every companies, the luxury companies. Do they sell us something that we need? Absolutely not. They are selling us something that we are dreaming of. We have a huge desire for those luxury goods, okay? But we don't really have a need. Anyway, if you are in front of something like overpriced, if you tell yourself, do I really need that? The answer will always be no. Okay, so don't sell something that people need. Sell something that people desire. And your webinar needs to be built to increase this desire. So by the end of your presentation, people will be on fire, like, okay, where can I have access to the next level? Okay, to the next step with you. This is what it is about, what you need to create with your webinar. Okay. And what I did for weeks ago, I didn't sell something on the spot, because sometimes you can use a webinar and just sell the product, By the way, if you're selling something under $2,000, like an online courses, or maybe a little VIP hours with you, or coaching or services, okay? If it's under $3,000, just put your offer at the end of your webinar and you can evergreen it. But if it's over 3,000, you need to talk to people, okay? To take that kind of decision, people need to talk to a human, to someone. They need to ask questions. They need to get some answers, okay? And they need also to connect personally with you. So what you can do is, at the end of a presentation, you can just offer people to book a call with you, so they can continue, the transformation with you. Because this is also a webinar. What is about a webinar? A webinar can also help you to start the transformation that you're giving to your clients. Okay? By the way, you have a really great conversion rate if 10% of the person in the room are taking a call with you. So that means if you had 300 inscription, 100 people showed up. So maybe you will get 10 calls, okay? 10 meeting with 10 different people. That's normal. If your webinar is really incredible, you will not just got 10%, you will maybe got, 30%, 40% even, okay? I did a webinar last Friday and my conversion rate was 45%. But the presentation I did 4 weeks ago, the conversion was only 10%. But those people who were on the phone were the right people. So sometimes, numbers, what is important, it's the sell at the end. It's not necessarily the number of calls that you're getting at the end of your presentation. Okay, so the third step is your offer. You have to create a first-class offer. I think that, it's worth it you can use a webinar to sell anything, okay? You can use a webinar to sell under 2,000 without a problem, or you can also use a webinar to sell first-class offer, high-ticket offers. But I would highly recommend you to try to have something that's worth your time, because it's exactly the same energy that you will pass on a webinar that is selling something at 2,000, that a webinar that is selling something at 25,000. Okay, you will pass exactly the same amount of time preparing your presentation, inviting people, doing your presentation, and then you will get exactly the same amount of people that will book a call or will buy on the spot. Okay, it doesn't change. So why not just aim for a higher price? I know a lot of people just want to be millionaires. So if you want to do millions, you have at least to have an offer at 10,000, 15, 25, or maybe 100,000. Why not? Okay. There's no limit of the kind of offer that you can propose at the end of a webinar. When we are looking at the offers available out there, there's a lot of mistakes. And the first mistakes, people are not charging enough. A lot of people are trying to just be millionaires by trying to sell something at very, very low prices. At least if you want to do your next 100K, try maybe to find 10 clients at 10K instead of 400 at a smaller price. And if you really are aiming for $1 million business, please try to create yourself. Don't focus on trying to find 400 clients. Why not just find 40 clients that will brought you a 25K each? You see, and by the way, you don't really need, you can sell that kind of product. I think the difficulties will be to create that 25K product. I think most of people just don't know what to sell at this price. But you know what? It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. If I'm doing it, if other coaches are doing it, you can do it too. You just find the good thing that you will sell to the good person, and then the good strategy that will brought the good clientele to you. Okay? I want to show you an example here. That's another mistake that I saw a lot, is that people are starting small. Like for an example, someone can have like 20 years of experiences in production and managing businesses, and then want to start as a business coach. And they're thinking, oh, I'm starting as a business coach, so I will start like at lower price because nobody's know me. But that's not true. You have 20 years of experience. So why you're asking for small price, and most people are doing that. So why are you playing small if you want to go big? It doesn't make sense. So that's the same. Look at my example here. If you want a five-star restaurant one day, will you start a fast food like on the border of the driveway, and where you will sell some poutine and stuff like that? And then one day you will increase your price slowly, and maybe one day it will become a 5-star fast food. No, you will start a 5-star hotel if you want to start a 5-star hotel. So you will hire the best cook, you will look for the good location, you will hire a designer, an interior designer, and you will maybe go to get some loans and some financial help to start a 5-star business, a 5-star restaurant. So it's exactly the same thing for your business. Right now, do you have your 5-star offer, or you are still playing small because you're lacking a little bit of confidence? Nobody will pay me that much. If you want to do $1 million, you have to go big, ladies. Okay? So you have to embrace the millionaire in you and start a 5-star business right now. And this is right now that is happening. Okay? This is another example here. You have 3 different kind of watch, by the way. You have a Michael Kors, the first one, like 300. You have a Tissot, a French, no, I think it's Swiss too. But anyway, another step, okay? A little bit more expensive. And you have the Rolex, the $32,000 Rolex. But what exactly, look at those 3 watch, and what is very interesting is they are look-alike, right? But what is very interesting is those 3 watches are targeting 3 different clientele. Okay, so let's let's take a look at that. You have the first one that is fashionable. Usually Michael Kors will want to provide to you something that go with the fashion of the moment. Okay, right now, what is the trend? So they will know that their clients will buy maybe one watch per year, maybe multiple watch, or maybe they will buy a watch every 3-4 years, and they will change because their style is changing. So it doesn't really matter, they just people want style. That's it. Okay. And quite quality, because you could have a swatch for less, But look at the other one. The other one, it's more luxury. It's a lifestyle, When you have maybe a watch with real gold and maybe some jewel on it, now we are changing your standard, okay? You want to have a watch that fit with your lifestyle. But what is the difference with paying $6,000 for a watch and $32,000? What really is the difference? As I told you like before, it's not because people need a very expensive watch. We don't need an expensive watch. We just need our phone with the hour on it, okay? We don't need. So why people will buy a $30,000 watch? Because this kind of watch, first, it can be a collectible, okay? Or maybe this is something that you will give your grandchild, because this kind of watch will still worth that much in a few years, even if it's old. So this is an investment that you will keep in the family. And look at that. I will just change your because what kind of watch right now would you be willing to pay for? Which one of these three ones, the A, B, C, okay, the 1, 2, 3, you can put it in the comments. Which one would be the one that right now you would like to buy that kind of watch? I'm sure that there's not a lot of people that will aim for the $32,000 one, because the $6,000, it's kind of enough, I can feel like very rich and still have a fashionable, garment with me. But look at the difference here about the marketing. The marketing can do a very big, can change the perspective, okay, on the way you will see a watch. Look at now. If I'm telling you that the Rolex is the universal symbol of success and accomplishment, ooh, now it changed everything. Now now you will have a Rolex of $32,000 on your checklist, because this will mean that you succeed, you accomplished yourself. Okay, so this is why your marketing, the way that you're selling your offer, is very important. And you have to, as I said, you have to not just trigger the desire, you have to bring emotion when you're selling your high ticket offers. Okay, by the way, 90% of a company is here. So I can show you all the techniques in the world right now to help you reach like millions of dollars. But if you're not ready to do that kind of money right now, you will not succeed. Okay? Every problem that you have in your business, every success that you have in your business are coming from inside of your head. That's the entrepreneur behind the company that is really doing the difference. And this is why my last point, and I think this is one of the most crucial point to success that I have to share with you today, is that it doesn't matter, okay, at what level you are in your business, there's always a higher level, always, in which you're not able to advance unless you have a mentor. If you have a mindset right now of $100,000, okay, you never done more than that, I'm sorry, but it will be very difficult to go to 6-figure to 7-figure, because there's a lot of things you have to understand here and to work inside of yourself. Okay, you have to remove all the resistances. You have to remove yourself from your own path, your own way. So this is why if you want to do a six-figure, if you have a six-figure goal this year, you should look for a six-figure coach. But if you are aiming for millions of dollars in 1 year, 2 years, or even in 5 years, you need a $1 million coach. Someone who already done that and can show you the path, the blueprint, can share the blueprint with you. And if you are already doing 7 figures, you need to go to the other step. So you need to surround yourself with people who already done 8 figures or more. And this is where you will really get value. And this is where you can see the change happening in yourself. Okay. 93% of the people who have worked with a mentor attribute their success to this relationship, by the way. Okay. So it's very important to have a mentor. Every year I have a budget, by the way. I have a percentage of my earning that I'm putting in membership. Steve Jobs had Bill Campbell as his mentor. Okay. Mike Zuckerberg had Steve Jobs as his mentor. Even Bill Gates has Warren Buffett as his mentor. The greatest business owners had mentors. Okay. So that's something that you need. We all need a mentor. And you know why? Because sometimes we need a hand. Sometimes we need some push. Sometimes we need maybe a elbow to cry on. We need reassurance, strategies, new perspective. We need engagement and accountability. This is what a mentor can bring you. Time management, administration tool. They already went through all the problems that you have, so they know the answers. Okay. They will bring you some structure also and organization tools. They can also show you the growth tools that work for them. Financial advice. What will you do when you will do like $2 million per year? You need financial advice. You need to know exactly how to manage that kind of money, because or you will lose and you will send it to the taxes. Like the countries will benefit for it. The government will benefit. So you need financial advice. You need high level network too. This is what one of my, like right now I am in a group called Masters, because I have been like following this coaching with really great mentors in the United States. And this group of masters, we have been like mentors by the same mentor. It's great because I have this great community. And those people have the same goals than I have. And that's great because we can exchange some tricks. And so when you're taking a mentor, you have the network that comes with it, and also it gives you international exposure, because often mentors have international clients. So right now I have clients all around the world. And I also have friends all around the world, millionaire, who can help me in every languages. If I'm going to Spain tomorrow, I have someone to meet there, and in Germany and Thailand also, even in South America, when sometimes, or even in Africa, sometimes we think there's no money in some countries, but that's not true. Right now, I'm selling in a very small niche. I'm selling in the French market. And I'm selling also in the Spanish market. And I can assure you, there's a lot of money to do that. There's millions of dollars to do that. So imagine what you can do in the English market. Okay. A mentor will give you the ability to generate growth faster and create a greater impact. That's why is that important. Now you have a choice, okay, to make. So either you will just do the same over and over again. So wait another 3 to 5 years for your work to pay off. Okay, you can just continue as you always everything that you have done so far that didn't really work, or maybe we can help you. So my team and I have set aside right now, okay, sometimes in the next few days to speak to you personally, to help you with, to clarify on how you can start to apply this strategy to your own business starting today. Okay, no matter what are the challenge you are having right now, I'm confident that we have seen it and we have seen it before and know exactly how to resolve it. Okay. So what I want also to do during this meeting is I want to see with you what would be your plan of action in the next few weeks to increase your revenue. Because don't forget, I just did a presentation for weeks ago. We are right now during the pandemic, still going on, and I'm able to sell at big price. So if I can do it, you can do it too, for sure. Okay. So this offer, by the way, is only for you if you are a thought leader, a power brand, a first-class entrepreneur, or you want to be, okay, a first-class entrepreneur. You know, if you feel that you are on this earth in this lifetime to do something extraordinary and create a profound and lasting impact, this presentation, not this presentation, but booking a call with me is for you, okay? Because I don't want like to pass time with people who I don't know what I want to do. I just want to do like 50,000 per year. I would be very happy with that. If you want that kind of result, just get yourself a salary, okay? But if you want to create $1 million company and have a team, create a structure around you, create something that will last, you know? Be able also maybe to take 2 months of vacation and come back to a still growing company, then I think I can really help you. We'll have a lot of fun. So if your business has been already performing well over the past few years, but you know deep down there is more for you, okay? If you want to create your legacy, you know, this is what I want to create right now. I'm not just creating the Dominique Fraser brand just for the fun. No, this is something I want to give to my daughter. I want my daughter to be able to take over the Sublime Learning Center. Okay. So if you want to create your legacy, and if you are committed and ready to make a leap right now, okay, and also you are ready to reach for the goal, you know, success, nothing else, then let's talk together, because we will have a lot of fun this year. So if you would like to work with me, you can right now request a free informational interview, because I'm really choosing with who I'm working with. Okay, this is why I don't want to have a lot of calls. This is not my goal. I don't want to fill my schedule with hundreds of calls. What I want is to talk to the good people, the ones that are ready to do the leap, ready to really create the structure around yourself, to build your team, create an impact, and start selling 100,000 webinars like every month. This is who I want to be around me. So you can just by the way, you have inside of the I think it's over this presentation, you have the link that you can see in the commentary, okay, in the description of the video. So just click on the link. It's a bit.ly link. You will fall on a little form, because I have some questions for you. It's very important. I want to see who you are. What is your company? What is your goal? I want to see if we're a good fit before we can meet. And I want to be able to prepare myself, because I will visit your website and everything. Okay. I want to be sure also to see exactly what are you struggling with. And after the little, it's kind of 10 questions. Okay. And after you just book in my calendar, you can book a schedule. I have 20 minutes appointment available for you. And it will be my pleasure to help you to see how maybe we can work together to help you expand your business, maximize your productivity, accomplish your goals, and most of all, make a bigger impact in 2021. Okay, next year, it's your year. So don't hesitate. Just if you want to work with me, you just need to request a free informational interview. It will be my pleasure to know you. So I hope that you loved that little presentation. So if you loved it, please just put a thumbs up, share it to at least 3 people to help me spread the word, okay? Because I know this presentation can do the difference for you. And don't forget, don't complicate stuff for nothing. You just need a simple presentation webinar. You just need to invite people that you already know. You have a network right now. You have social media that are available for you. So just do that. Bring people on the phone and sell them your best offer. It's that simple. And then repeat and repeat and repeat again. Okay? That's that simple. So, and for the people right now who was through the end with me, if you want to have my organizational, my 7-figure and more organizational, I'm sorry, that's a word that's very difficult to say with my accent. Organisationnel, okay, I will say it in French, chart, if you want it. I want you to put, I am a first class entrepreneur. Okay. So just share me a little comment about how amazing you are, and I will send you privately the link. So you will know exactly what kind of structure, what kind of team you need to succeed and finally create the business that you have been dreaming of for so long. So thank you very much and see you next week for another presentation.